Hello there, commanders, and welcome to another Total War Arena preview? News update? I don't know, maybe, I think I'll still put it in news update, right? Because this is new things. Anyway, this video is Sun Ren preview. I mean, you obviously knew that because you looked at the title before you clicked this video, I hope. Anyway, so, Sun Ren preview, so let's focus on her... Sun Ren preview, so let's focus on her abilities. The first ability is Throat Strike, which is a strike and a debuff. Surprising, right? So, strike at nearby enemies, dealing damage on successful attacks. Enemy units hit by the attack will be silenced and have reduced mobility for a short time. Affects enemy, cooldown 50 seconds, duration 4 seconds, and the enemies will have struck throat for 4 seconds, and that will give them minus 25% acceleration, and it will silence them. Well, silence is nice, but it's kind of short. Well, let's test it in practice. Silence. Bam. He's silenced. Silence him again. Didn't connect, I guess. But yeah, continuing on. Oh, we already ready the ability. So, okay. I'm not that big of a fan of that ability, to be honest. It supersedes other strikes, so the Lost Legion has Parry, which is a very good strike ability. It is not only in a shorter cooldown, I think it's 40 seconds, not 50. And it gives you for 16, 20 seconds, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it gives you it gives you melee defense plus 40% if I'm not mistaken, so that's kind of huge. Okay, let's get into the next ability. I guess this will be the perfect time to use this. Deadly Precision, look how fast I am moving inside of the studio. Okay, let's explain that ability and why does it do that. Acceleration by orders, there we go. Okay, so Deadly Precision, it's her ultimate ability. It's a buff and it greatly increases the unit's minimum mobility and all armor piercing damage. So affects only the unit that's using it. Standard stuff pretty much. Cooldown 75 seconds, duration 20 seconds, and here's a new type of buff. The minimum movement speed. It's not just movement speed, it's minimum movement speed. So how that works exactly is that you cannot be slowed below... It's not, see that it doesn't say plus, it's just 125% minimum movement speed. That means that you cannot be slowed down below 125% of your movement speed. So let's say that you're using this ability, that already gives you 125% of your base movement speed, and then you're buffed by Caesar, which gives you, let's say, 15% of your movement speed, and then you are struck by Hamstring by some Folksman, which normally would give you minus 80% of your movement speed. But when you have that ability, it will only take away the 15% that Caesar gave you, and you won't be able to be reduced below that base of 125% of your actual base movement speed. So when I was using the Testudo, which gives me minus 31%, and I was also in the Forest, which gives me another minus 10%, that's minus 41. Then I enable Deadly Precision, and I don't care about any movement speed debuffs essentially, plus I'm even faster. As you can see, my movement speed here is 5, while the regular unit without the buffs has 4. Easy math, right? 25%, or rather 125% of 4 is 5. We're good at math, hooray! Okay, the rest of this ability is plus 50% missile weapon penetration damage, plus 50% acceleration, and plus 30 melee weapon penetration damage. So it buffs the penetration damage. Acceleration gives you better mobility, but it's kind of a weak stat. Acceleration, nobody really cares that much. So let's check out the last ability, which is Piercing Shot. Launch projectile unit target. Launch a volley of armor-piercing projectiles at a targeted enemy, reducing the mobility of any units hit. And as you can see, it says even available to sword infantry, glaive infantry, and standard crossbows. So you'll be like, what the hell, Monsieur? You're playing Roman infantry, why can you shoot a bow? Well, first of all, they actually do have bows. And I think other Chinese units will also be equipped with bows, just in case you play Sun Ren on them. Look at them, I'm just chasing them all over the place. Okay, let's just engage these guys. And well, let's test this ability, Piercing Shot. First of all, you do not target ground as you would with Focus Fire and other this type of abilities. So okay, that dealt 25% damage, 25 damage per shot. Let's use it with Deadly Precision, which gives you plus 30%. Wow, 43. Okay, that definitely wasn't only 25. Not range. How much does it deal here without? Yeah, 30, not 25, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. 30 plus 30%, that's 43. We're good at math in here. Sorry, that's plus 50. Should be 45 then. But whatever, maybe I'm blind. And plus 30 would be 39. Forget about me being good at math. Never math and record a YouTube video. That's a very good lesson. Anyway, let's just continue towards the enemy base. And let's dig deeper into that ability, right? So it gives us plus 21%. Oh, that's where the values were skewered. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's 21% from this and then 50% from this. So this 50% is the it's not multiplicative, it's additive. Hey, I'm good at math again. I guess, maybe not. So it gives us plus 50% turn speed. That doesn't matter because that's just so you can turn and shoot quickly, right? It's literally just for that. And yeah, higher missile penetration damage, which for a unit such as this will just be the basic damage, really. Because it doesn't shoot at any other occasion, doesn't even have a pillar throw. I guess, well, they have arrows instead of it. And as you can see, a flying bow in here, that would be Sun Ren. Well, her model isn't in the game yet. It's an early review build, as I have said. Fast Testudo. It's so funny to see Testudo going so fast. Also, Testudo without shields, right? Let's try to get a volley off on these archers.
Through steel and bone.
Ooh, get nuked. Should have used Deadly Precision. Oh wait, I did. I did to move my Testudos faster. I think you can walk faster in such a Testudo. Well, the ability already ended. And then you can walk up these guys. Oh. That's still a good disrupt. I got them some just random cavalry guys. Yeah, well, I guess I can fight them. Where's the cavalry unit anyway? I'm gonna click on an individual soldier. There we go. Now I can, because if they're outside of the main body of the unit, you cannot click on them. Anyway, let's finish this ability because we are about to win the game, I guess. So on the enemy, it gives you pinned, which gives them minus 50% turn speed and minus 50% acceleration. Again, turn speed and acceleration aren't that important. Is that was speed? Yeah, sure, that would be pretty good. But if it only reduces the turn speed and acceleration, that's no big deal. The units reach their maximum speed very quickly anyway, so that doesn't really matter. So why is male robotic voice being used for Sun Ren abilities? Whatever. I mean, just looking at her portrait, she doesn't look very healthy. I very much prefer her Three Kingdoms look over the arena look. Let's use a throat strike. You know, it's oh, I thought it silences me, but no, I got anviled and somehow reflanked, even though he's my rear, he's my front. But yeah, it's a reflank, obviously. What else would that be?
No need to rush.
So, okay, let's sum up her abilities. The Throat Strike, Silence, good, Acceleration, irrelevant. Piercing Shot, nice damage, gives you the ability to shoot at faraway targets, even nuke archers from afar. But the turn speed and acceleration kinda meh. But the damage ability, the damage portion of that ability is the most important thing. And the precision, it's pretty good. It makes you unslowable. Is that a word? I guess I just invented it if it wasn't a word before. And yeah, it gives you a nice boost to missile penetration damage and melee penetration damage, so it's useful on both ranged and melee units. Yeah, it's a pretty good ability, and you don't give a damn about any slows, including terrain slows. So lets you go through a forest really quickly. I mean, it just gives you 25% movement speed in general. It also removes all the slow debuffs pretty much. So yeah. Sun Ren, overall, it's an okay commander, but I don't think she would be dominant. We are left to see how other commanders are, but she doesn't like shout OP at you as soon as you read her abilities. She's definitely an interesting commander, especially being able to shoot bows every 40 seconds. Shoot a volley of arrows or bolts in terms of crossbowmen every 40 seconds, even from melee infantry, which then again doesn't apply to crossbows, so forget that part of the sentence. And the Throat Strike, not a fan of it, especially since it's a long cooldown and it supersedes your regular strikes. For example, Shield Bash doesn't supersede other strike abilities, right? So you have still heavy thrust on your phalanx and Shield Bash on top of it. So you have two strikes with Leonidas. I don't see a reason why they shouldn't have done that here for Sun Ren. Well, and again, it's an early preview build. Maybe they'll change that and Throat Strike will not supersede other strike abilities. Or maybe it only supersedes parry and wouldn't supersede on a different strike ability. I don't know, I guess that remains to be tested yet. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Sun Ren and how she fares up against other Chinese commanders that the previews have either already come or will come in the future. Have already come? Have already came? I don't know, English is hard. Let me know how you rate my English in the comments as well. And well, please subscribe to the channel, help me bring Total War Arena back to the West, and well, be notified whenever there is a new preview video of the Chinese faction and any other news or funny shenanigans happening in Arena. But until then, I'll see you on Arenas and Battlefields, Commanders.